Let's talk about PACE 1131, pages 20 through 23. 20 and 21 are really easy. In fact, I hardly even want to spend any time talking about it, but let's do it real quick. If we, what's the chance, if you have a coin, heads or tails, and you flip it in the air, what's the chance it's going to land heads up? One chance out of two, right? So we would say the probability is 1/2, one success out of two possible. So 1 out of 2. Let's say you take a dice, okay, or a die, we should call it, and you roll that die and you throw it on the table. What's the chance you're going to get a 5? It's not 5. Think about it. It's 1. 5 is one side out of the 6 sides. So in that case, the chance of getting a 5 is 1 out of 6. The same chance as getting a 6. 1 out of 6. Same chance of getting a 2. 1 out of 6. What would be the chance of getting an even number? That's 2, 4, 6. So that would be 3 chances out of 6, which would be 1/2. Okay? So you see there are different games we can play, but anyways, basic probability is very easy. And you did that probably back in 7th and 8th grade if you did the PACEs, and this shouldn't be totally new to you. Now, what we're going to do here in Algebra 2, since this is more advanced math, is we're going to take what we learned just before the checkup about combinations, and now tie that in to make our probability answers a little more complicated, accurate, okay? So I have, this is, as I'm making this video, this is Easter week. So what do we think of? Jelly beans, right? So I just had some of my favorite black jelly beans. At lunchtime today, we had a bowl of jelly beans and I grabbed some green ones. Sometimes they're lime. I don't like the lime ones, but these were mint. I like mint jelly beans. And the red were cherry. Wow, they were delicious, okay? So I have 4 red ones, 3 green ones, 2 black ones. What would be the chance of getting a red one if I just put my hand into the jar and that's all I had in there, and I pull out 1 red one? The chance would be, how many red ones are there? 4, so there's 4 success possibilities, 4 out of, how many total are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 out of 9. But what is the chance that I get, whoops, I think I left the cover off this too long and it dried out. Let's see if this one works. No, this one's worse, okay. I'll use blue. How does that do? What's the chance that I'll get 2 red ones? So that gets a little more complicated. We have to first figure out what's the combination of pulling 2 red ones out of the total of 4 red ones. Then I have to figure out what's the chance of just getting 2 jelly beans out of the total of 9. All right. So do you remember the formula for combinations here? So in this case, if I'm doing red, then the number up here is 4, and I'm asking to get 2 out of the 4. How many total do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 total, and I want to get 2 out of the 9. So you remember this from the previous section. You just had it under checkup. So I'm going to do 4 factorial over 2 factorial times 4 minus 2, which is another 2 factorial. And then on the bottom, we're going to do 9 factorial over 2 factorial times 9 minus 2, which is 7 factorial. All right, let's see what happens up here. This is before 3, 2, 1, and we have 2, 1, 2, 1. Down here I'll have 9, 8, 7. Now look, I'm going to do something different here. Watch this. And then 2 times 1 times 7 factorial. Notice, instead of writing out 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and do the same with this. 7 times 6 times blah, 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 blah. I can just write 7 factorial over 7 factorial, and that will cancel. Isn't that cool? And now I can cancel the 2 against the 8 and get 4. So 9 times 4 is 36. And then up here, that cancels. The 2 cancels against that. So 2 times 3, I get 6. So the chance would be 1 out of 6. Okay? So it is, it's a little bit more complicated than what you've done. There's another example, or 2 more there, that you can study in your pace. They only give you 3 problems for homework. All right, so pretty easy. This is not one of them, sorry. But after you set it all up and solve those, then you can compare to the score key, and they do have the solution guide there to show you all the steps involved.